The sights and sounds of the shipping season are a regular and pretty popular part of our port. As you watch the massive Lakers and salties move gracefully through the Gitchigumi, you may have noticed markings down towards the bottom of the boats.
There are numbers, and these numbers are not meaningless. They're very, very important.
They measure how deep the vessel is sitting. So if the water is hitting at the number 26, it's 26 feet to the bottom of the hull. Vessel agents like Steve Sydow from Daniels Shipping Services help their clients decide how much cargo to load so the saltie can transit safely from half a world away.
In the next case, we have a ship coming from Turkey, and it's going to have cement on board.
It means he has to calculate the fuel and cargo for the water levels, and not just here, but for the entire seaway.
So we have to load very carefully down to the 1 centimeter mark.
So far this season, Sydow says they've been able to load to a decent level. So the Duluth Seaway Port Authority has this cool experiment they bring to RiverQuest to document how we do the loading. So this is some iron ore pellets. And this shows you the optimal load line, this red line. This is where they want to load to have the most efficient shipping. It indicates the maximum they can load based on their design, the type of water, the season, and weather conditions. This year's mild winter is not helpful for heavier loads.
No snow and no cold means a lot of water from the lake is evaporated, and so our long-term forecast for water levels does not look good.
There is a small silver lining for those navigating night and day.
This season, with the lack of ice, has made things a lot easier getting in and out of port.
Captain Dan Rentschler is a pilot with the Western Great Lakes Pilots Association. Federal law mandates a pilot be on board foreign vessels once they get into the Great Lakes.
The main job of the pilot is to protect the environment and to protect the infrastructure from the ship.
Before becoming a pilot, he captained ore boats for U.S. Steel. He's been on all kinds of ships, including the USS Minneapolis-St. Paul when she came up here to Duluth for commissioning. He lays out the course for the crew and gets them tied up.
Then when we're close to Duluth, I'll actively take over the ship and I'll bring it into port and bring it to the dock.
Pilots, too, are watching the water levels very carefully because they never want the ship to run aground, which is when they get stuck on the bottom. It might mean a last-minute change or two.
Chart a new path, wait for the water levels to come back. Sometimes the wind will drive the water back in. Usually we load to the worst-case scenario.
According to the Army Corps of Engineers, Lake Superior is 2 inches below normal for this time of year, and compared to last year, down over a foot. Now, even if the water levels were normal, the Lake Carriers Association says their members have to load less. But high water levels aren't ideal either, because then the Lakers have to slow down so their wake doesn't cause damage or flooding.
We began the season on the Great Lakes St. Lawrence Seaway system with some speed restrictions due to the low water levels, but recently those have been eased a bit, so things are trending in the right direction.
Timing-wise, waters are still on their way up.
We are entering the seasonal cycle of lake water levels rising here on Lake Superior and the Great Lakes. So the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is predicting a fairly significant rise in water levels over the next couple of months, 3 to 4 inches in the next month in particular.
Overall, though, data from the Corps of Engineers is trending downward, so the industry may have to consider a new normal. Especially in places like the Panama Canal or Mississippi River, where there have been restrictions about how many vessels can pass through.
Ultimately, it causes delays that can become expensive for shipping companies, and then those expenses are sometimes passed through the supply chain to the end consumer.
Because even though you can't usually see what's on board, those cargoes are important to our everyday lives. Moving them takes thousands of people who work the waterfront.
I love interacting with crews from all over the world. It's always entertaining to share in their cultures, their foods, their different outlooks on life in general. I hear great stories.
Stories while sailing and watching those water levels as they wait for the next arrival.
I tell people my job is a lot like riding a motorcycle while you're playing chess with the chessboard on the tank of the motorcycle, and you have to ride and play chess and watch and move pieces and think. But I do enjoy it.
So do many others.
This is one of the highlights of piloting, is bringing a ship into Duluth. Everybody's lines the pier.
And the season has just started. I'm Renee Pasal for WDIO News.
Thanks, Renee. In fact, Monday marked the 70th anniversary of the law that created the St. Lawrence Seaway system. And next in our special series, we're going to dive into the question of, are people actually moving here for our weather? Meteorologist Sabrina Ullman has a two-part series next week with insight about that and whether our city can handle an influx of people. Justin, that too is going to be a very interesting two-part series next week.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the whole team coming together and putting this all together. Just been some fascinating information here over the last 3 weeks, and of course comes to a conclusion next week with Sabrina's two-part series. But you can see we're going to talk about rain right now. We have to focus on what we are dealing with, and even though we had lower water levels that kind of took us into spring and into early summer, we are seeing some shower activity beginning to kind of reestablish itself here across the Northland, where we are looking at some rain showers, some heavier rain showers, as you can see. Grand Rapids, pretty wet day, but if you notice along Highway 169 north of Marble, just to the west of Hibbing, we are seeing a few showers coming down at a better clip. Now the road is wet. Highway 2, Pekegama Avenue, probably still seeing a little bit of drizzle out there, not a significant amount, as most of that has moved just to the north of you, but we are going to continue to see rain, and that includes here in the Twin Ports, but we're not going to see ours until later on this evening, which could lead the way to some fog developing early tomorrow morning. We'll discuss all this coming up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks, Justin. Duluth schools are going to have to make some difficult decisions after the technology referendum failed again. It was a close vote, but it failed by about 450 votes out of over 10,000 cast. It would have brought in about $5 million a year for 10 years for technology, cybersecurity, and career and tech ed. Superintendent John Magus said it appears voters don't have the appetite to support this and that some may be reflecting too much on the past.
And I think that sometimes we tend to get caught in things from the past. There's a lot of reflection of things that happened years and years ago. And I think that really thinking about how the district is trying to move forward with transparency, with clarity, with a vision for the future, I think it's really important that Duluth really gives us a chance to do so rather than look back decades and decades ago to things that happened in the past.
Magus said they will share opportunities for stakeholder input about the reallocations and the reductions that will be coming down the line. With federal funding now locked in for the $1.8 billion Blotnick Bridge reconstruction project, we are getting a clearer picture tonight of its completion timeline. A live report with new details coming up. Stay close.